Good morning children, welcome back. In today's session, we will discuss Class 7, Social Science, Civics, Term 1, Unit 2, Political Parties. Come children, let us see what is a political party. Children, what shall we discuss in this unit? We will define what a political party is and understand the importance of the political party. We will know the role and function of a political party. To understand the party system in India and the role of the opposition party. Children, the lesson begins with a dialogue session between a student Shiva and his teacher. Let us see what are they saying.
Good morning, ma'am. May I come in?
Good morning, Shiva. Always you will be on time. Why are you so late today?
Sorry, ma'am. I was delayed due to a procession.
What is it about? Who arranged this procession?
My uncle said that is a work of a political party.
Oh, I see.
Ma'am, what is a political party? Why are they doing so?
Wait. Today I am going to teach you about political parties. Let us know all about that. Children, in the earlier times, emperors and kings ruled India. The king was the supreme head of the legislative, executive and judiciary branches. Governance was in the hands of one person and the welfare of the people dependent on the ruler. People had no rights to do against the ruler. Later, foreign powers made India as their colonies. Children, India in the earlier times, maybe in the 600 BC to 300 BCE, was ruled by the Mahajanapadas. Later on, by the early Magadha dynasties, the Nanda Empire and the Alexander's campaign. Down south, you have learned about the Sangam period when the Tamilnadu was ruled by the Chera, Chola and Pandya dynasty. Then there was a Gupta Empire like 320 to 650 CE, followed by Vakataka Empire and Pallava Empire. Then you had the Empire of Harsha, who was from the Vardhana dynasty. The peace and prosperity that prevailed made his court a center of cosmopolitanism, attracting scholars, artists and religious visitors from far and wide. It was followed by the Chalukya Empire, the Rashtrakuta, then Gurjara Pratihara Empire, followed by the Delhi Sultanate. Later on, European exploration led by the Portuguese fleet under the Vasco da Gama successfully discovered a new sea route from Europe to India, and there was a direct Indo-European commerce, which led to the colonization by the East India Company. So there was a list of emperors and kings who ruled India. Since the governance was in the hands of one person, the welfare of people depended on him. Children, the colonies became states after independence was declared. In 1950, India became a democratic country. Democracy is a system of government by the whole population or all are eligible members of a state through a selected elected representatives. That is, it is a government by the people. It is a form of government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised directly by them or by their elected agents under a free electoral system. And to have a vibrant democracy needs a strong political party system. So if there must be a democratic country with very highly functioning democratic country, then they need a strong political party system. A party system is a modern phenomenon. Learn the word phenomenon. P-H-E-N-O-M-E-N-O-N. Phenomenon. It is an observed or observable fact or an event. or it could be a remarkable thing. In a democracy, people are able to voice their opinions on any subject. They need not be afraid of anything or the ruler, because the people are governed by their elected representatives. So they have every right to voice their opinion. They are free to express their opinion. As Abraham Lincoln has said, democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Now let us see what is a political party. A political party is basically a group of people. They come together to contest elections in order to hold power in the government. It is a way to mobilize voters to support common set of interests, concerns, and goals. The main goal of a political party is to fix a political agenda and policies. So each party tries to persuade people by claiming their policies are better than those of other parties. So definitely they must be having leader, active members, as well as followers. So children, the political parties are the voluntary associations of individuals with broad ideological identity who agree on some policies, formulate an agenda and program for the society. So what are political parties, children? They are voluntary association of individuals with broad ideological identity. They agree on some policies. They formulate an agenda and program for the society. They are a group of people who has a broad thinking, and they agree on the policies and they create an agenda and program for the society. Political parties seek to implement their policies by winning people's support through elections. They try to contest in elections claiming all these formulas or the agendas they have created. They try to win the heart of the people and win the election. Parties vary in size and in the ways they organize themselves, as well as in their policies. So the parties will change or vary in their size, in the ways they organize themselves, as well as on the basis of their policies. Children, now we will see the components of a political party. Any political party has three basic components. They are the leader, the active members, and the followers. The leaders are the one who hold positions of power at various levels in the sphere of politics. They belong to different political parties. The leaders of the ruling party are responsible for the impact of various policies and processes and address issues of the people time and again. The active members are the lakhs of members and political activists across the nation. They play an important role in promoting the agenda of the party, including a focus on issues and various policies and party leadership. Then the third component is the followers. The followers of a political party are the supporters of the ideas and agenda of that particular political party. They are citizens of the general public who strongly believe in the ideas and approaches of the party and extend their support to the party, especially during their elections. What is the importance of a political party? Political party is the backbone of democracy. Parties are not part of the formal arrangement of a government, but they are essential elements to form the government. They formulate a public opinion. They serve as an intermediaries between the citizen and the policy maker. In case there are no political parties, then every candidate in the election would be an independent candidate. And any individual candidate does not have the efficiency to promise any major policy change to the people. So no one becomes responsible how the country is run. In the long run, only a representative democracy can survive. Political parties are the agencies that gather different views on various issues and present them to the government. Children, every political party has a number of functions to perform. A political party contests elections by putting up candidates. The candidates are chosen by top party leaders. Every party has a different policy and program. Voters can make a choice in accordance with the political parties and the policies and programs liked by them. Those parties which lose elections form the opposition. They voice different views and criticize the government for their failures and mobilize opposition to the government. Political parties shape public opinion. With the help of pressure groups, parties launch movements for solving problems faced by the people. A local party leader serves as a link between the citizen and a government officer. An opposition party provides a loyal opposition, accountability and stability. They nominate, that is, select and nominate individuals to elected office. Organize political campaign, rallies and announcement of manifesto to win the public office. Political parties inspire. They put forward different policies and programs for the welfare of the people. They connect the society and the state, coordinate among members elected to the office. They form and run the government and develop public policy. That is, they provide, nominate, organize, inspire, coordinate and govern. These are the functions of a political party. Children, you can say a political party is recognized if it has been engaged in political activity for a period of 5 years. Its candidates secure at least 6% of total votes in the last general election. In Tamilnadu, the important parties are ADMK and DMK. There are other parties like All India Trinamool Congress, Bahujan Samaj Party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Communist Party of India, Communist Party of India Marxist, Desiya Murapoka Dravida Karagam, Indian National Congress, Nationalist Congress Party and so on. Totally there are 10 recognized parties in Tamil Nadu as per 2019 statutory order from the Tamil Nadu State Election Commission, Chennai. Children, now we will learn about the characteristics of a political party. You know, children, political party is an organized group of people that believe in common principle and common goal. Its objective is seeking political power through collective efforts. It employs constitutional and peaceful methods in gaining control over government through elections. And while it is in power, it translates the declared objectives into the governmental policies. So, a political party, children, consists of a group of persons of common goal and shared values. So, they are a group of people who share value and have a common goal. And they have their own ideology and program. Ideology is a set of beliefs they have. So they have a program and they have their own ideology, their own beliefs. They capture power only by constitutional means. So they try to form the government by contesting in elections and winning it. They endeavor to promote the national interest and national welfare. The priority of a political party will be national welfare and national interest. So they are interested in the welfare of the nation as well as the welfare of the people. Now we will learn about manifesto. M-A-N-I-F-E-S-T-O. Manifesto. Manifesto is a public declaration of policy and aims, especially the one which is issued before an election by a political party or a candidate. So children, during the campaign before the elections, the candidate announces the program and policies that their party will undertake if voted to power. Each of these parties will have a political manifesto, and people can compare and execute their votes depending on their choice. Now we will deal with the types of party system. The party system can be broken down into three broad categories: two-party, multi-party and single party. This is based on the number of parties operating within a particular country and a variety of distinctive features that the three systems exhibit. Two-party system and multi-party system approach the working of democracy. Single party usually operate in situations in which genuine political conflict is not tolerated. So we can say the classification of party as single party system, bi-party system and multi-party system. Single, bi and multi. We will learn about all these things now. Now we will see the single party system. It is a system in which a single political party has a right to form the government. The single party system is existing in the communist countries like China, North Korea and Cuba. China, no substantial legal political opposition groups exist, and the country is mainly ruled by the Communist Party of China, CPC. In the North Korea, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, they have the Korean Workers' Party. In China, there are 8 minor registered parties, and in Korea, they are having 2 minor parties, but only in the paper. The Communist Party of Cuba is a ruling political party in the Republic of Cuba. The Constitution ascribes the role of the party to be the leading force of society and of the state. The Communist Party of Cuba is the only party legally allowed to exist and hold effective power, and political rallies are very rare in the Cuba. Now we will see the biparty system. In a biparty system, the power is usually shared between two parties. One of the two parties becomes the ruling party and the other becomes the opposition. Examples of biparty system can be seen in the United Kingdom, the Labour Party and the Conservative Party. Elections and political parties in UK are affected by the plurality voting system, such as first past the post, tend to lead the development of two-party system. That means when 3 or more candidates receive a significant share of vote, MPs are often elected from individual consistencies with a plurality, that is receiving more votes than the other candidates, but not an absolute majority like India. Since 1920, the two dominant parties that have been Conservative Party and the Labour Party. Boris Johnson is the head of the Conservative Party and Keir Starmer is that of the Labour Party. In USA, it is led by the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. In the US, the increased power of the upper house of the legislature and the wider scope of the Supreme Court, the separate powers between the legislature and executive, and the dominance of only two main parties. Hence, it is one of the world's developed democracies where third parties have the least political influence. In the United States, they follow a two-party system dominated by the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. These two parties have won every United States presidential election since 1852 and control the United States Congress since then. The Democratic Party acts as a center-left in American politics and support American liberalism, whereas the Republican Party is center-right and supports the American conservatism. Now we will see multi-party system. Multi-party system is where multiple political parties take part in the national election. Each of them have their own views. Sometimes they form a coalition government, meaning many parties are in control and they work together to make the law. Children, so when the competition of power is among 3 or more parties, the system is known as a multi-party system. This type of party system is in existence in our own country, India, then France, Sweden, Norway, etc. India has a large number of political parties under the democratic governance. Children, around 200 parties were formed after India became independent in 1947. The 2 main parties of India are Bharatiya Janata Party or BJP and the Indian National Congress or the Congress or INC. These parties dominate the national politics. There are 8 national parties and many more state parties in India. The government of France has alternated between 2 rather stable coalitions. The first is the Socialist Party, which partners such as Greens and the Radical Party of the Left, as well as the Republicans, that is Union of Popular Movement, Rally for the Republic, and the Union of Democrats and Independents. Coming to Sweden, you have Swedish Social Democratic Party and the Moderate Party, Sweden Democrats, Central Party, Left Party, and so on. Before winding up this session, let us have a recap of what we learned in this session. We learned what is a political party. We learned in the earlier times emperors and kings ruled India, and the welfare of the people depended only on the ruler. The people had no right to do against the ruler. Later on, the foreign powers made India as their colonies. The colonies became states after independence was declared. In 1950, India became a democratic country. A vibrant democracy needs a strong political party system. It is a modern phenomenon. In democracy, people are able to voice their opinion on any subject. We learned that the political parties are voluntary associations of individuals with broad ideological identity who agree on some policies, formulate an agenda and program for the society. They vary in size and the ways in which they organize themselves as well as their policies. Children, there are 3 components of a political party: the leader, the active members, and the followers. A political party is recognized if it has engaged in political activity for 5 years, if its candidates secure at least 6% of the total votes in the last general elections. We also learned the various characteristics of political parties. They are a group of persons with a common goal and shared values. They have their own ideology and program. They capture power only by constitutional means, that is by contesting in elections. They endeavor to promote the national interest and the national welfare. Every party, before their campaign begins for the elections, announces their policies and programs, and it is called as a manifesto. There are 3 types of party systems. They are single party system, bi-party system, and multi-party system. A single party system is a system in which a single political party has a right to form the government. It exists in communist countries such as China, North Korea, and Cuba. A biparty system is one in which the power is shared between 2 parties. One becomes the ruling party and the other becomes the opposition. You can see such system in the United Kingdom as well as in USA. In the UK, they have the Labour Party and the Conservative Party, whereas in the USA, you have their Republican Party and Democratic Party. Countries like India, France, Sweden, Norway follow multi-party system. That is, when the competition for power is among 3 or more parties, the system is known as a multi-party system. Children, in the next session, we will discuss the party system in India and the role of the opposition party. A small worksheet for you. Roman number 1, choose the correct answer. What is meant by bi-party system? What is meant by a bi-party system? Option 1, 2 parties run the government. Option 2, 2 members run a party. Option 3, 2 major political parties contest election. Option D, none of these. Question number 2, which system of government does India have? Which system of government does India have? Options are single party system, bi-party system, multi-party system, and none of these. Question number 3. Political parties are generally formed on the basis of religious principle, common interest, economic principles, caste. Political parties are generally formed on the basis of dash religious principle, common interest, economic principles and caste. Question number 4. Single party system is found in India, USA, France, China. Roman number 2. Answer in 1 or 2 sentences. Question number 1. What are the basic components of a political party? What are the basic components of a political party? Name the 3 major types of party system. Name 3 major types of party system. Name the countries which follow bi-party system. Name the countries which follow bi-party system. Roman number 3. Answer the following. Question number 1. Write any 4 functions of political party. Write any 4 functions of political party. As we do in the case of worksheet, answer these questions as a test and WhatsApp me in my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you for watching the class, my dear children. Take care and stay.